I'm the Director of Education at the WonderLab Museum. Now today we are here to explore botany. But before we get into that, first we need to do our scientist rhyme. This helps remind us that we are scientists because we are exploring and we are questioning. You are invited to do it along with me. We start with our hands on our chest, and it goes like this. Repeat after me. I am a scientist. I am a scientist. I explore high and low. I explore high and low. I question what I know. I question what I know. I experiment and test. I experiment and test. I am a scientist. I am a scientist. Okay, scientists. Today, the type of science we are exploring is called botany. Botany is the study of plants. We're thinking about what kinds of plants there are, how we categorize plants, and why plants are important. Now, the first step to being a botanist is noticing the plants in our world and noticing what is the same and what is different about them, and noticing all the different places that you can find plants. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. First, I have a little song that tells us something about where you might expect to find some plants in the world around you. Here we go. So, just like our song says, you can find plants in lots of different places, whether that's in a garden, in a yard, even growing between cracks in sidewalks. If you look closely, not only can you notice the plants in our world, but you can notice the details of what's the same and what's different about them. And so I have an experiment that you can do at home that explores plants. Come on, I'll show you what I mean. So for our experiment today, you really only need one thing, and it is these color swatches. Now you can get these for free at just about any local hardware store, and that's where I picked these up. Optional materials for our experiment include a magnifying glass, some packing tape, just any clear tape will do, and scissors. Finally, if you really want to take this experiment further, you can have a whole book of color swatches. And I am going to show you exactly what we're going to do with those out where we can find the most plants in our world, outside. So come along with me. So, for today's experiment, like I said, all you need is some paint swatches. What we're going to do is see what kind of plants we can find in nature that match different colors. I'm going to start with this brown one here. When I think of brown, I usually think of trees. Let's go see if we can find a tree with this color. Well, hello there, Mr. Tree. So, this tree is a Crimson King maple tree, and I notice that its bark does have some of this dark. But like a botanist, I'm looking more closely at the details of the tree with this experiment and noticing that there are actually blues in here that match this color of blue, and there's also green. When you look closely at the tree, you can notice there are more plants growing on a plant. This tree is covered in lichen. Now, trees are a great plant that we can explore in our world. The other thing that I like to think about when I think about plants are flowers. Let's go see if we can find some colorful flowers to explore. Hi! I found one of my very favorite flowers here in the Wonder Garden. It's a daylily, and it has this vibrant yellow color. I can find that there are different colors of yellow even within one blossom. That's interesting to notice, where it's brighter and where it's less bright. Now, right here I can show you an optional thing that you can do as part of this experiment. You can take a piece of tape, and if you happen to find a blossom or a leaf that has fallen, I don't encourage you to pick them because we do want to take care of our plants. You can stick it on the tape, and you can also take your color of swatch and you can stick it right next to it and make a little laminated take-home package that you can keep in your room or inside your house to remind you of the diversity of plants that you can find around. Now, this is a flower, one of my very favorite types of plants, but my even more favorite kind is the kind you can eat. Let's see if we can find any of those in the Wonder Garden. I found a tasty plant to eat. This here is Swiss chard. It is a green leafy plant that I like to have in salads and sometimes cooked. Let's see if any of my swatches match. What I'm noticing right away as I look more closely at this plant is that the stem is a different color than the leaf. So I think the leaf is matching my green here, but the stem, I need a bright red to match that kind. And remember, you can always use a magnifying glass to look even closer at the colors of the plants in the world around you. And for curious scientists who are perhaps a bit older, you can also go to your local library and check out some plant ID books and find out what the names and a little more information is about the plants that you discover in the world around you. Cool! Thanks for exploring with us. The point of that activity is to notice the diversity and variation in plants that are all around us every day. Now, the more you notice something, the more you can appreciate it. Botanists are scientists that just take special notice of plants. So when you take special notice of plants, you're well on your way to being a botanist as well. If you have any questions or discoveries, you can share them in the comments below. And remember, you can like and share this video, and that just helps more people discover science, botany, and exploration. So from everyone at the WonderLab and from me, Emmy, thank you for exploring with me today. See you soon.